Hi, I'm Jerry Smith. I'm the mayor of the city of DeKalb, and had Memorial Day 2020 come at a different time, I'd be joining many of you at DeKalb's Elwood House. Shortly after riding in the parade on a sunny day, I'd say something like, "Good morning. This will be a busy day for many of us as we remember those who have served and continue to serve our great nation. And we're joining other communities in hosting a number of patriotic and military ceremonies, including picnics and cookouts." Well, folks, we can't do that this year, but we can, in fact, use this special day to recall the bravery of our local men and women who have served our country. As a matter of fact, this COVID scenario perhaps points out even more poignantly just how important life is and how this nation's military heroes have helped so many to enjoy what life in the United States of America has been for so many of us. Of special note is our Hometown Heroes project down on Locust Street, unveiled about this time last year. The city of DeKalb, along with fellow veteran Mike Embry and the local American Legion Post, continues to add new banners with portraits of additional local veterans. Our display of the Stars and Stripes provides a visual proclamation of just who we are. We like to call ourselves the breadbasket of America, the place where good old Midwestern values stand out. I think we're very proud of that. But we also realize that as our flag represents our many separate parts, our many states, it is sewn into one piece of cloth. Today, as DeKalb joins folks from across this nation in thanking the brave men and women for whom this day is named Memorial Day, we stand together in the unity that has provided the freedoms we enjoy. On behalf of the citizens of the city of DeKalb, thank you for remembering our veterans. And now, during the COVID scenario we're all experiencing, let us be mindful of our own responsibilities to one another as we practice social distancing and don our face masks where appropriate. So do stay safe and enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Phil Young. I'm the president of the DeKalb Park District, and on behalf of the Park District Commissioners, I would like to share some comments for you today on Memorial Day 2020. Normally, several local officials would be standing before you on the steps of the DeKalb Park District's historic Elwood House mansion. We would be viewing beautiful grounds, watching the people gather, that would pay tribute to the brave men and women of the United States military who have sacrificed their lives for this nation. Yet there are no families, bands, or public speeches here today. So the question then is, how can we pay tribute to our fallen soldiers on this Memorial Day? Freedom, liberty, the right to assembly, and the pursuit of happiness have lately been challenged in many ways due to the pandemic situation that has not only affected us nationally, but globally as well. One of the primary reasons for our continued freedoms in this nation is the sacrifice made by many of the brave men and women of our military. We must continue to pay homage, reverence, and respect through speeches, ceremonies at selected sites, and places that remind us individually of what our fallen brethren have sacrificed to protect our families, homes, and our ways of life as Americans. We can honor them by helping those in the country who are in need. Just as our soldiers have protected us, so can we in turn protect those who cannot fend for themselves. How we take care of the poor, the oppressed, and those in great despair reflects the heartbeat and soul of us as a nation. We must all endeavor to do what we can to support one another and to help those who look to overcome fear, resentment, anger, and cynicism. Memorial Day is a solemn reminder of the void that we often feel. And we must never forget our fallen soldiers who have paid the ultimate sacrifice for the love of their country and the people that live within. Many have lost loved ones to far-off lands in countries where most of us have never been. Our soldiers that did not come home are yet still with us in our hearts and soul. We continue to honor them by talks and celebrations such as these, and we must continue to remember them until the end of time, lest their sacrifices be in vain. So let us then be grateful for the lives we have today, supporting each other, with the continued hope for a better tomorrow. Thank you.
Hi, I'm State Representative Jeff Kiker from the 70th District in Illinois. I'm coming from you today of Camp Butler National Cemetery outside of Springfield, Illinois. Memorial Day 2020 is unlike any other celebration we've had in our lifetimes. I'm thankful to be here today to recognize the work of so many brave men and women over the years and the sacrifice that they've made during their lifetime. Memorial Day is a time to reflect upon the ultimate price paid by those we lost, protecting what we have today. I was struck many weeks ago with the comments I saw that put what we have into perspective. It said the greatest generation endured hardships we will never know and fought through selfless sacrifice to give gifts to the generations that they will never know. I had the opportunity a few years ago to visit Arlington National Cemetery in Virginia with my son. If you haven't had the opportunity, I'd strongly encourage you to visit this site and to witness the ceremony at the tomb of the unknown soldier. We honor our fallen each year with parades, flags, and memorial ceremonies at tombs and public plaques. This year will be different. While we are not able to gather for ceremonies, we can still keep the spirit of Memorial Day strong in our hearts and in our community by sharing videos and tributes like this one. I want to thank those of you who have served. I want to thank those of you who have lost loved ones in conflicts our country has been called upon to wage. More than 1 million American service members have made the ultimate sacrifice in the wars and conflicts this nation has fought since the first colonial soldiers took up arms in 1775 to fight for independence. Each person who died during those conflicts was a loved one cherished by family and friends. Each one was a loss to their community and our nation. Generation after generation built upon the legacy of those that had served before them. May God bless our fallen soldiers and sailors, airmen, Marines, Coast Guard, as well as those they left behind, grieving families, and a grateful nation. In closing, I would like to share with you this poem many of you have probably heard, titled In Flanders Fields. It was first written in 1915 and often associated with our remembrance of Memorial Day. It was penned by Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae, who was inspired to write it after the funeral of a friend and a fellow soldier. It goes like this. In Flanders fields, the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row. That marks our place, and in the sky, the larks still bravely singing fly. Scarce heard among the guns below. We are the dead short days ago. We lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders fields. To take up our quarrel with the foe, to you from failing hands we throw. The torch be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep through poppies grow in Flanders fields. On this Memorial Day in the year 2020, let us each take time to reflect upon the men and women to whom we owe our liberty as Americans and our rights we enjoy today. Those who gave their lives in defense of our freedoms. God bless our veterans and their families, and may God rest the souls of all who died in service to our nation. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you to our speakers. Every year, the American Legion and the AMVETS select a veteran to speak at Memorial Day service to share the meaning of Memorial Day. This year, I was selected to share my experience. This would normally be a 20-minute presentation, but I will save this for 2021 when we can all be there live at the Elwood Mansion. I will share briefly what Memorial Day means to me. This day honors those military members that have either died in battle or returned home for full honors when their lives have ended. As a former member of the United States Air Force Drum and Bugle Corps and a member of the Buglers Hall of Fame, I have performed taps or ceremonial music at hundreds of events. This is done respect for the veteran, but more importantly, for the veteran's family. Even without veterans' family ties, there's a fellowship among all military veterans. In 2016, I was invited to perform taps at the American Cemetery in Normandy, France. This was probably the most humbling experience I've ever had. After the ceremony, I walked around the nearly 10,000 graves, and what struck me most was how many of these grave sites had young men, only 18, 19, and 20-year-old, who have given their life on that beach that day. I am sometimes asked if I've played taps for anybody important or famous. My answer is very simple. Each and every veteran is both special and famous. It is our honor to perform for them. This day is special, and I hope you and your family can take time to pay respect to those veterans and military members that we have lost. Thank you, and God bless America.